Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is RimWorld, and we are here at the colony of Hussar and Highmates. Please ignore the furry who's eating some stir fry right there. He is one of the exceptions to our Highmate and Hussar only rule. Of course, we've got little, where is she? Elsie, too. There she is. She's a waster here. We adopted as well. But those are the only two exceptions. Nothing else here but Hussars, Highmates, and their hybrid children, such as Angel. We got a lot of kids, actually. Yeah, the guest house is pretty stuffed with our own little kiddos, but it's going pretty smoothly here. I've been making a real effort to get our stone production up and running so we can complete some of these ideas and plans that I've been, talking about for a while now. This is our bathroom area. You can see I'm starting to deck out a nice fancy bathroom. We got smart toilets, power showers. There it is, the steel power shower. I love it. I love the kids are using, there's 6 bathrooms now and they're using the same one together. But hey, it is what it is. We've also got this little hallway. I'm thinking this is going to be like a little sauna room. When you walk in here, you're going to get to the sauna. And then over here, I don't know, I was thinking maybe a couple more bathrooms, or maybe we could do like a hot tub room too. It's pretty large though, but that's okay. And as you can see, we've also moved our agriculture, our hydroponics are now coming down here to this area. And I'm just making sure that this big room is going to be well heated. I think I might actually have to go for a 4th heater in here, but that's okay. Ultimately, it'll be worth it because I got just a ton more space. And as you can see, we can lay out a whole bunch of these around the whole exterior. So I like the look of this. And mainly it's just, we're dependent on that and this little greenhouse over here for our produce. It's been going well with the agri-hands, although you can see we are getting low. I've been doing a little hunting, so we got some meat, but yeah, I definitely need to get those hydroponics up and running. Such a critical demand for steel, of course, in this colony, just as in so many other colonies I'm sure you guys have encountered, but it's becoming an issue again, so I don't know what we're going to do. I've got a scanner up and running. The nearest steel deposit's over here, though, so I'd rather have some inside the compound. Nonetheless, the other critical piece of info is that we've got a caravan out there. I try and avoid these, but we do have a quest. We were offered a pretty sweet quest for a trade. Let me see. No, that's not it. Special deal. There it is. 29 Luciferium for 3 wooden warhammers. So there we go. And it's going to be, it's worth it. Worth it for us at least, but we're going to trade with them and see what else they've got, and then we might make a few stops along the way, maybe the Empire colony too, because Shay, our royal pawn, is with the caravan, so I'm curious to see what they've got in stock. We might just stop by and see, and then send another second caravan with more stuff in it, because right now our stockpile is a little bit bare, but no worries, guys. We are working on filling it back up. Uh-oh, Cougar hunting one of our vases up here. That's never good, but luckily we got Lady V to come to the rescue. Get up here, Lady V. Take care of this mean old cougar. Okay, well, the upgrade begins. Time to start turning our pawns into cybernetic pawns here. Little bionic upgrade for Lady V. Now, I've got some bionics already spread around here, but those were mainly just because of missing parts and whatever we could trade for. But now we are starting to, actually build our own and replace things in earnest, even if they don't need to be replaced, just as an upgrade. So there we go. Lady V is now especially fast with double bionic legs. I usually go for legs first, generally speaking, unless like somebody's missing a whole arm or something important like a liver or whatever. But well, you can't be missing your liver. You would be a corpse if you were missing your liver. But nonetheless, the legs are a good starter, I think. Everybody gets a pair of bionic legs, kind of. Then I start going for other stuff like eyeballs and arms and whatnot. Okay, Furry is now the next patient to receive some bionic legs. And the good news is, of course, when we're upgrading legs like this, we get a couple of freebies, which we can then trade away on our next mission to trade. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of just regular organs sitting around too. I think we picked this up off a raider that happened to die or whatever. Maybe it was a trader got killed, but nonetheless, you get it. Now, why is that forbidden? The wool right there was forbidden. That's crazy. I don't understand that. But yeah, just getting some more trade goods built, and of course more legs and such going. So let's take a quick peek at our people. Oh, they're getting closer. Not quite there yet, but of course I will show you guys the eventual trade completion, as well as any extra trading we do. And we got 15,000. I am always so tempted to install the mod that allows you to just request trade ships. I always avoid it at the outset of a series and then end up installing it because I get frustrated with how long it takes for trade ships to occur, especially late game. There's such a gap between when you get, traders arriving. But sitting on all this silver sure is burning a hole in my pocket. Nonetheless, I'm just going to keep the mod list pure just as it is. I try once, especially I've started a series, to avoid installing mods as it gets, more and more into it. Just I don't want to corrupt the save file or mess anything up as we go along. So this is a pretty good one. It's been pretty unproblematic. Haven't had too many issues. I think once or twice we had a graphical issue where I had to save and reload, but usually that cures most problems. Nonetheless, I wonder if anybody out there is playing along with the same mod set has had any issues. Let me know down in the comment section, but I'm going to continue to monitor things here, guys, and I'll let you know when something pops up. Oh no, worst case scenario. Randy's decided to hit us with a manhunter pack. Grizzly bears for everybody. I gotta make sure to put my mechs in the home zone too this time. I don't want them wandering around. Alright, and I do have my thrumbos. I've been allowing some of the adults who are trained fully. Well, they're all trained now, but thanks to the furry. But yeah, they were out there too, so let's get everybody back in here. So really, the manhunter packs aren't a threat unless, like I say, we get caught out here moving rocks or something. But right now, we've got a bunch of rocks brought in. I'm working on slag chunks next so we can get our steel up. But this will be some free extra meat here. Once I bet you that they'll probably settle around here. Where are you going? Oh, that's the stupidest place you could be. So this lifter is going to drive me crazy. Why can't I control? Oh, because I can't move it outside the Mechanitor's sphere of influence. There we go. So yeah, this one spot is a home zone tile because we need to be able to repair this whenever it gets destroyed. But that stupid lifter heading for the one awkward spot on the whole map. Nonetheless, what I'm going to do, and we've done this kind of thing in the past, is I'm going to grab all the kids. And don't worry, they're not going to be in the line of fire or anything. They're just going to be behind the embrasures here in our little hidey hole. And they're going to get some shooting practice out of this. Probably some decent shooting practice for sure. I'm just not 100% where these bears are going to pile up at. They might go to the south, but no, they'll probably end up right here. So that'll be perfect. Oh, well, in the midst of slaughter, there is also life. Here, look at this. Strong is pregnant. Yep, I said in the last one, it's a pretty rare time when we don't have at least 1 or 2 pregnant people here in the colony, which is good. That's what you expect with a colony with so many Highmates. But so Lady V, or I'm sorry, it's Strong, actually. Let's take a look at this one. I don't think we looked at the other baby, Lady V's baby. I've gotten so jaded here that I don't pay attention. Wow, what am I looking for? I don't pay attention to the babies anymore. Let's see here. So, oh, it's down here. Lost my mind. So, this little one has got psychic bonding, cold tolerant, heat weakness, hyper aggressive, nice, delicate, high libido, very attractive, red eyes. So, the best of both worlds. We got psychic bonding and hyper aggressive. So, that's good. Of course, the delicate combo, it hasn't presented that big of a difference. Like, I mean, most of our hybrids are delicate, so we've been doing fine. Nonetheless, let's go look at Lady V's too. She was pregnant a little bit earlier, but yeah, I didn't take a look. Is that the right genes? Yeah. So, super fast healing, psychically deaf, partially, okay, hyper aggressive. Yeah, this is another child who leans more towards the, go juice dependency, towards the Hussar side of things, so. But, that go juice dependency reminds me, I realized that when I moved everything and cut down our gardening, that I got rid of some of our drug production stuff. So I had to switch this over. We're doing neutral flower up here, and one of these is switched over. Oh, this one down here switched to psychoid plant, which honestly is definitely not enough. These 2 little grow zones right here, that ain't going to work. So I am going to have to devote far more of these than I really want to to the drug production, but it's not such a bad thing, honestly. I might have to establish a couple more agri-hands just as we expand, but right now it's slow going. Like I said, this is the only source of metal or steel I've got for the colony at the moment while our scanners work on locating some more. Oh my god, guys. So I just noticed something. I was up here observing the kids as they were shooting at the bears, and I noticed that they're all starting to make a beeline over in this direction, and I got worried, thought my pawn was outside, which I was wrong. There's no pawns out here, no mechs or anything. But then I realized, oh crap, the doors are still open. I should have shut this outer door to preserve our traps. But the bad news is, yeah, we've got an open door here into the compound, so I've got to get this shut as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I think the closest person is literally like the furry here. So what I'm going to do, I can't get my guest to do it, of course, because remember, we have to actually physically have somebody go walk into the door to close it. I think I'm just going to grab furry, and I'm literally going to make him inject some go juice so he gets there faster. I do not want any of these bears in here. Let's see if he can beat them, because they're coming. Oh, they're coming around the corner. I mean, it's unfortunate we waste some wood now on these traps, but that's okay as long as we keep him out. Oh, I think he's going to make it. It's close, though. Yeah, if it wasn't for the traps, they would have definitely got in here, but those slowed him down pretty well. Okay, there we go. Now, another thing that's very important is I need to actually go and set these all to the safe zone. So the difference between the home and the safe zone is exactly that. It does not include the outer, like, trap funnel and stuff. You can see right there the difference. So I also need to do that with my mechs, otherwise they could very stupidly go in there and try and reset one of these traps and let some of the bears in. So I think we're safe now. Let's double check. Yeah, mechs in safe. Okay, it's always good. Double check. Okay, well, there's just a couple of bears here. They seem to be trapped in the hallway, although not really. They could get out. They're just hanging out in there. It's a bit awkward because I can't really shoot them. I guess I could. We could move a couple of Hussars down here. I think I might do that just to speed things up because they are like the last two bears that we've got to deal with. And there's a bunch of them up here that are still pretty decent too. So I'm going to grab, of course, the fresh corpses. There's always a few. Even with the scaria, they don't, it's hard to tell with these bears if they're rotten or not, but I think I got the good ones. And let's see. Oh, yes, Belle has just become an adult, so we got a growth moment. Let's do it. And she's got 3 skills. Fantastic. See, I think having so many kids in the colony, even though I've got them assigned to haul and clean, is kind of spreading out the chores so that they all have they're all having like really good growth events, you know. Okay, let's see. So she's already, yeah, she's 13 now, so she'll be able to shoot and get into combat. Even though she's not fully, I've learned this recently since this playthrough, but she's technically an adult now at 13, but they can't get into romance, and they don't have their full hit point. So each body part essentially has a hit point, you know, level, and they aren't totally grown until they're 18. But anyway, for purposes of like fighting, she's going to get thrown into the mix for sure. Oh wait, no, she's not. She's non-violent. This is our pure Highmate here. So what do we want to do? Let's see. Social, she doesn't need it. Artistic might be kind of cool. Double art, possibly. Medical for sure. We'll do double art. And yeah, intellectual, absolutely. Okay, so doesn't have a lot of great traits here. Body modder's the best. Got to go with that, right? I mean, heck yeah, that puts her next on the list. Where's she at, Belle? There she is. Okay, good. That puts her next on the list for the legs. Where are they? We've got one. Sometimes there's another one that... Okay, no. We still need one more. That's okay. We'll get there. She'll be the next one, like I said. And I do need to make some adult clothing. We need clothing of all types, honestly. So, poor buddy. He's just worked to the bone these days. But he has a very important job here. Okay, it has been 4 long days, but the time has finally come. We are here with our caravan on the world map, and we are going to fulfill the trade offer. There it is, confirmed. 3 warhammers, yes please. And of course, we get a whole bunch of Lucy for that. Almost 30 of them. Very nice. Now, we're just going to do a regular trade here too. So, let's see what they've got. Some dromedaries. I might carry these with us. Depends on what we can trade. I might need some extra steel haulers. Yes, because I'm going to buy all their steel. Look at that. Okay, let me code through all this stuff. It can be a little boring just going through it, but I'll show you over here on our completion what we've got traded and stuff. Okay, well, after looking through stuff, unfortunately, it is apparent that they don't want my war casket weapons or my damaged scyther blades. So that was kind of the bulk of what I had going for me here. So we don't have enough even to get like a decent amount of steel. So what I'm going to do is just trade away what we brought here for some extra silver. We've got plenty of carrying capacity, so I don't need their camels. But what I do want to do now is, of course, we're going to bring them back home, which is going to take another 4 days, round trip 8 days. But now that I know they got some good stuff, and I assume obviously the Empire faction is going to have some good stuff too, what I'm going to do is start to prepare even more stuff. We're going to do a serious caravanning run after this and hit up multiple spots. I'll probably send a couple of thrumbos with them too, because these guys can haul, as you might imagine, a lot of weight. So it does make the visibility of the caravan a lot greater, meaning they'll get attacked possibly more frequently with thrombos, but we'll prepare them. I'm going to send them, because it's time. We need to get some good stuff here in the colony. By the way, this jump pack is on hold for one of our melee guys. I think I'm going to give it to Wrench. I like having jump packs on my melee dudes. But anyway, that's just a side note. So that's the plans for the caravan. They are coming back, and they're going to have some decent materials with them. A heck of a lot of luciferium. That's going to put us over 100 Lucy, which is kind of crazy. I'm almost tempted to do another Lucy addict. It's got to be a full-blooded Hussar, though, right? And I think we've got one growing up. Actually, it might be Arthur. No, wait, hold on. Let me see here. Bio, hybrid. I'll have to find them, see which kid is a hustler. There we go. Okay, little killer. All right, so he's still pretty young, but he's definitely a candidate. You got a bright future ahead of you there, killer. Okay, well, we're looking at another trade screen here. As you can see, we did get an exotic goods trader ship come by. And man, I was complaining about the frequency of the traders, and it does suck. But when they do finally arrive, it is a great feeling, especially when you get a good one like this. We've been waiting for an exotic goods trader for a while now. So I've actually got, of course, a huge amount of silver, and I'm about to spend almost all of it, as you can see. Picking up a couple of female cows just for the milk at this point. It'd be good to have extra components, the same. Oh, word of love, side trainer. That's going to be fun. That's for Shay, of course. Picking up a synthetic kidney just because it's there. Bionic eye, same thing. A couple of lances and 2 shield packs, which is huge. Oh man, it's so good to have some shields again. And last but not least, an adrenaline rib implant, which basically I think it just increases work speed. I don't know. We'll find out once we install it on somebody, but let's go ahead and accept. Look at that. Oh, Sass. Sass is sitting here playing hoops, and a whole just like a mother load drops right around her. Got to get it all picked up, put the cows away. Beautiful. We'll distribute the bionics here once it gets moved into the hospital, but oh yeah, Shay is also out on the road still, so we'll just put that away. But now you know what I need to do? Go back to the contract screen. Let's grab Clarissa, and let's open that contract up, see if there's anything else we can do, because we need to get some silver again. Let's see. Oh, 2 assault rifles, 35. I mean, yeah, I'll go. What? Oh, yeah. I'll go ahead and do it, because, 202. That's like most of my medicine right there. Damn, I don't know if it's smart to trade in medicine. I should see if we can do field hands. I don't think I can, though. I'm pretty sure I don't have that research. This might be interesting. Prestige marine armor. Maybe 5 incendiary launchers, 400 markup. There it is, baby. All right, let's see. Incendiary launchers. I've made these before. I think it's just steel. Yeah, steel and components. What did it say, 4 or 5? I'll have to double check. But yeah, so that is going to be a bit of an issue just because I don't really have that much steel. I don't even know if I have that many components. We do, but steel's going to be a big problem. So I don't want to waste it by making like partial order here. So I'm going to wait and try and, assemble a bit of a stockpile of steel, which is going to be difficult. As you can see, we've got a lot of stuff already queued up waiting for steel. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, well, the bathrooms are shaping up quite nicely here with the floors in there and stuff. We're not quite done yet. Oh, some jade. I don't even care about that. And of course, these corners will be fixed. You won't see this little dirt spread here in the corner once it's all laid out with floors, but it's a process. And speaking of that, I can't resist it. I've started to move. It's hard to tell because I got the floor plans in here too, but I've started to move the desks, and we're going to have the school in this little corner here. It doesn't seem like much, but it's actually bigger than this. So I am starting to move towards getting rid of this whole structure, at least kind of converting it. I think it's going to be like half stockpile on one side and half production room on the other. So I do want to kind of change up the shape of it, but first things first, we can finally delete. I'm going to delete some of these toilets. Let's see, I don't necessarily need to get rid of all of them, do I? I can probably salvage one, bring that down to the prison. We'll get rid of these two, though. Those are getting uninstalled. And same with the basins. I might be able to just salvage some of these. Let's see, we'll put one in here. And, we'll just put both in here. It'll make it a little bit more symmetrical that way. There we go. And I can always move them later if needs be. Now, that's it for this room. We can go ahead and get rid of the doors. Don't need those anymore. The vent. Yeah, I'll get rid of the vent. At some point, I guess I can just start to deconstruct this god-awful corner piece that I put in here. I don't know what I was doing, but this was all built at the very, very earliest stages of the colony when I was still trying to figure out the Dub's Bad Hygiene mod. Like, I'd never played with it prior to this series, so I have to admit, it's pretty ugly here, but this is finally coming down, and it feels pretty good. Okay, well, it is a tough transition, but I am making an effort right now. We are switching over. It's hard to see it come together now, but if I lay out the plan again, maybe you can see it. Actually, I might be ready to go ahead and just lay out the walls themselves, so let's go for some granite. I don't have a lot in stockpile, but I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct a lot of these walls here. I'm trying to do it in stages, but I just realized I think the animals are going to get out now, but that's okay. I'll just build a fence right there. No big deal. It's taking some time, but it's coming together. So what I'm trying to do is another circular room like this, which is going to be split down the middle. As I mentioned, one side for storage, hence the shelves, and the other side for production, which is why I've got all our benches uninstalled currently, so we can replace them here. But like I said, let's get the walls down. And if we go to our shapes tool and I go to the 3 dots, the ellipses here, and I select the open trade beacon. You've got closed and open grow light, and then you've got closed and open trade beacon. We want that one. And I just happen to know that this is the exact center of the building I want. So if we click it, it's going to fill in all those little spots that I hadn't quite gotten to yet. And it actually didn't do it perfectly. I need to move this orbital trade beacon. I'm actually going to put it right here where this central wall piece is. So one of the things I need to do is deconstruct this wall here. Get rid of the door. I'm also trying to avoid any roof collapses when I do this too. So I've got to get the central wall. And in fact, what I'm going to do is move this wall here. Instead of just rebuilding it, this is going to be the central wall that kind of cuts down the middle and allows me to split the room, but move it over one side. And of course, I'll deal with the floors. Will be like the last thing I do is sort out the floors and stuff. But these little wall lights can make it awkward too. It's easier sometimes to just deconstruct them and build them again after you're ready. But, what do we got? Pigs. Oh, it's another faction. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we should probably send them away. That's one guest who doesn't like another set of guests. We did actually just befriend the pigs, and looks like they're leaving. Huh. I should have let them come on in, but that's okay. They'll return here shortly. We got more important stuff going on right now anyway, so it's kind of good not having to worry about guests at the moment. But so I can also probably go ahead and start replacing some of my some of my benches here too. Start to put those away before they get hauled into the stockpile, because that's kind of hard to find them once if they get distributed into the shelf area. But I'm going to give it a little bit more time, and I'll show you what we come up with once it's all finished. Oh boy, well, I guess news has spread far and wide of our new construction efforts, because we've got a shaman merchant showing up. No, no, never mind. Oh, I think this is the merchant showing up to pick up our contracted items. Yeah, remember we had those I think it was three assault rifles on contract, so that might be cool. I mean, it's definitely cool if that's them, which, yeah, pretty sure that is. They don't have any question marks to trade, so that's them. But you can see this is coming along nicely. It's not quite done yet. Poor Buddy got trapped in there, so he had to sleep on the floor. But I actually deconstructed the wall so he can get out now. But what better place for Buddy to sleep than in the production room, right? He is our specialist. But everything, I think, is assembled. It's not quite as much room as I had hoped here. But honestly, I should have probably kept the wall at this level and just had one extra space, but it might have thrown off the look. It would have looked weird being all asymmetrical. I don't know. We'll work on it. Maybe I can make this into a full inventory room, and at some point, once I extend, we can build a second production. But anyway, for now, you can see where we're going with it, and it is definitely coming along quite nicely. Yep, we just got to get this floor set. Of course, I've taken down the roofs now. So there's no roof over here anymore, set to collapse, which means I can get rid of this. And there's some annoying stuff. I'm going to have to kind of tweak the, go through, get rid of these floors. Let me get rid of this. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some stuff with the floors, and obviously the power conduits have got to go, so I'll just replace those with buried conduits and stuff. But I think for our final act today, we will check on our caravan. They're getting close, guys, so remember, as soon as they get back, we're going to give them some time to rest up, and then we are sending out another caravan, hopefully fairly soon after that, for some serious trading this time with a thrumbo or two along with them. But I appreciate y'all stopping by for today's episode. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the series. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, guys. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for donating. It means a whole lot to me, guys. And if you two out there would also like to contribute to my Patreon and help me continue my work here on YouTube, there is a link in the description below. And I will see you guys on the next one.